Recent news coming out of China and, in fact, many countries around the world says that Toyota is moving its development of its cars from Japan to China. If you think about it, this does kind of make sense. I mean, most of China's EV models that they have are available in China and nowhere else. Future Toyotas will use gigacasting from Tesla. Future Toyotas will use technology from BYDs. In fact, future Toyota plug-in hybrids will be essentially BYDs. And in China, Toyota's EVs are made by a joint venture partner, not Toyota, and they have mostly BYD stuff inside them. The next RAV4 Highlander and Sienna, well, they'll be designed and made in China as well. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. I've been talking about this issue for years now, warning the automotive industry, warning the West, warning them that China is taking over the automotive industry. They're doing a pretty damn good job of it. Look at Tesla, right? All these complaints about quality were going on for years. Tesla start making cars in China, and suddenly their cars are all fixed. And Tesla have improved the quality in the United States for sure. But pretty much everybody agrees the best Teslas you can buy are made in China now. A day after Toyota announced alliances with Xiaomi, Huawei, and Momenta for its next generation vehicles, all Chinese software companies or car companies or product companies, the company's broader China strategy is coming into more precise focus. It's going to use BYD technology along with Xiaomi, Huawei, and Momenta technology. Is a Toyota car anymore a Japanese vehicle? Really? Well, yeah. Toyota is expanding its local joint development network to include FAW's Hongqi brand alongside existing partners GAC and BYD. So GAC, they do some interesting work in China. They basically rebadge cars for other companies and call them that brand. You can see some other cars from legacy automakers, particularly Japanese automakers, that are driving around and they have badges from their own brands, but they're actually GACs. One of them is a Toyota. This shift is deepening Toyota's localization in the world's largest auto market. According to a report, Car News China says that Toyota's co-development efforts will no longer be limited to its BZ series of electric cars. Core legacy models, including the RAV4, Highlander, and the Sienna, will be localized for China. But essentially, the truth is, Toyota have admitted that its new hybrids will be using BYD's technology and platforms and batteries, etc. Key technologies will be supplied by Chinese partners. These efforts are expected to form the foundation of Toyota's strategy worldwide to remain competitive through 2027 and beyond. The transformation is driven by Toyota's new RCE, Regional Chief Engineer Framework, introduced in April 2025. And the system transfers decision-making power for product development to China. Since its implementation, Toyota has already launched multiple models in China, including the FAW Toyota BZ5, the GAC Toyota BZ3X, and the upcoming BZ7. BYD supplied key EV components for the BZ5. GAC basically built the BZ3X and the BZ7. In addition to these projects, Toyota will introduce a new FAW Toyota model built on a Hongqi-developed NEV platform. I mean, seriously, guys, FAW developing it, built on a Hongqi platform, using BYD batteries. How is this vehicle even a Toyota? It's just a badge. As part of its broader restructuring, Toyota has centralized R&D efforts across FAW Toyota, GAC Toyota, BYD Toyota, and its own Intelligent Electric Vehicle R&D Center under a unified one R&D strategy. Car News China says that GAC Toyota has also announced plans to launch range-extended REEV, a new acronym, and plug-in hybrid versions of the Highlander and Sienna. These developments signal Toyota's intention to adapt new electric models and establish nameplates to better suit Chinese consumer expectations. But these cars, of course, it'll be like Nissan and Mazda. They'll sell them globally, not just in China. As reported recently, GAC Toyota is partnering with Xiaomi to integrate smart devices into vehicles for seamless connectivity with Huawei providing Harmony's operating system 5.0 and co-developing an advanced AI voice assistant, while Momenta supplies a next-gen intelligent driving system offering enhanced driver assistance and predictive features. My question is, putting so many different technologies from so many different brands into the one car is going to be an interesting mishmash, isn't it? It's going to be interesting to see how this actually works. It could be great or it could be a disaster. This localized strategy has accelerated Toyota's product cycles, made it much quicker for Toyota to actually start selling a product. Normally it takes them many, many years, but now it's only taking them about 2 years. Insiders say that new models like the BZ5 and BZ3X would have taken more than 3 years without local partner support. But leveraging partners' mature platforms, basically rebadging them, enables Toyota to get a car out in about 12 months. They've never been able to do this before. Despite greater design and feature integration openness, Toyota remains firm on safety, saying their cars will be very, very safe. However, GAC Toyota have said that they will shift new car development decision-making from Japan to China. So clearly Toyota is moving some of the power away from Japan and giving it to their Chinese subsidiaries. And to say subsidiary, I think it's a fair point to say that, because remember, these are joint venture partnerships with Chinese car companies where Toyota only owns 50% of the business. So that strategy is going to be an interesting one. Here's one point to consider. I had a few friends who owned rebadged Toyotas. Now, this was back in the 2000s. They owned rebadged Toyotas that were actually General Motors vehicles, and they were built in Australia and other countries around the world. And those were terrible cars. They were shocking. Toyota was like, well, it's quick. We can just rebadge these General Motors cars. They were called Holden vehicles in Australia, but in other countries they were GM, or they might have been Buick, or whatever it is, whatever country, that GM has a brand. They rebadged them in those countries, and those things were shocking. I remember my next door neighbor had one of them. The thing was breaking down constantly. The question is, how much control does Toyota have over this process when these vehicles aren't really Toyotas in anything but name? Is this strategy going to work in the long term? Personally, I don't think that it will, but I certainly could be wrong. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments.